Golfers, you suffer from constantly buying new golf gloves?
All the time.
Does your golf glove get sweaty, crusty, or torn?
Over and over again.
Well, the innovative new Claw glove might be for you. The Claw will outlast, play cooler, and grip better than traditional leather gloves.
Side effects may include more greens hit, big payouts from your buddies, and in some cases, shooting your lowest round.
I have the power to lower my score with Claw Glove.
Go to clawglove.com and see if Claw Glove is right for you.
Wow, riser sole.
Riser sole? A 90-gram weight in a sole? How in the world do they do that? Seriously? It's all titanium?
This thing launches.
And it just doesn't spin.
I can't believe how far this thing goes.
Do you have riser sole?
Seriously, this is the longest fairway wood you will ever hit.
Scott McCarron, you know this guy knows.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas!
If that doesn't put you in the holiday spirit, I'm not sure what would.
There's nothing. How about the balls behind me? Those will put you in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
Are those balls?
2022 holiday gift guide, and I will tell you, it came out fantastic. And we'll have that on YouTube as well as a sole video so people can go back and see it as well. But you're going to see it leading up to the holiday itself, every single show, 2 times in a show. So we'll have it later on as well. Special thank you. The reason why I decided to do it right now is because I had to start hour number 2 here on BGT TV 2.0. Greg, Golf the Wise Way, the wisest man in golf. He is the wisest man in golf because he's the one that's responsible. We gave him the products that we chose as our holiday gift guide. Greg Wise put together that video, so a special thank you and golf clap.
Bravo.
So thank you, Greg.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's actually going to be in Golf Central magazine as well. I broke it down to a page with 5 or 6 products, and it's basically going to look the same way when the December issue comes out. So it's kind of a special time too.
Yeah, Biggs Golf Talk, BGT TV, BGT 2.0, partnering up with Golf Central magazine. And Bill, I know you've been doing some writing and stuff like that, and doing some stuff with them. And me with my full-time job, it's hard for me to give any contribution to that. But Bill, you deserve all the credit for that. You're doing all the work for that and all that stuff, and you did all the work for the holiday gift guide. So thank you so much for that.
Here, Bill, turn around. I want to pat your back.
Yeah.
I don't know if my hand's gonna. Let me see if my hand gets that back.
Rotator cuff.
Both of them. I got the scars to prove it.
Yeah.
I want to. I don't know if Biggs really noticed at the end, but we got the introduction of 3 new special characters.
Yes, I did see that.
Did you see Amanda?
I did see Amanda.
Amanda has her own golf ball. She is now infamous for 2.0. And Mr. and Mrs.
Santa Claus.
Wise Way, they were riding the sleigh. So we were complete.
As Santa Claus, yes.
Yeah, you had all 5 of us all in one shot, folks. So
when I put you guys in there, it was like, well, where am I?
Exactly.
I loved it. I remember when you said, what about Amanda? I was like, hey, she needs to be in there too. And it was a great idea. And I think that last one speaks volumes. You know what I mean? Growth. It shows growth. We're growing. We're doing what we have to do, and we're expanding. So it's really good. I know.
Well, Bill, as we talked about, we've been off for the last couple of weeks. I've been waiting for it to be shipped to the studio. Mm-hmm. My computer went down, and as everybody may know, things are real slow.
Very.
When you want something shipped,
you bought one and they didn't even ship it.
Yeah.
And then they gave you your money back without telling you about it. How cool is that?
Exactly.
Yeah. I got a good quick story about something like that. I had a TV, right? So I had a TV. I bought a TV. And originally I was like kind of upset with them because they're like, oh, well, you got to give us all the original receipts. And I'm like, dude, who keeps an original receipt for 8 months? I registered my product, my TV
for warranty
8 months ago, did everything I had to do. And then, so it kept going back and forth. And every time you email, because nobody talks anymore, they don't want to talk to you. You got to email them. So I emailed them. Then it was a different person. Then it was Jesse. Then it was Martin. And then it was whoever. And I'm like, why am I going back and forth with so many people? And I was like, I'm tired of talking to you guys. I'm not talking anymore. And as soon as I send that, I got a Dear Billy letter. We understand your frustration. So we're going to refund your total purchase price. And I'm like, what's my total purchase price? You just gave me a hard time because I don't have the receipt. So apparently they do see it somewhere back in their computer, but they just didn't want to tell me about it. You know what I mean? So they gave me the runaround. Yeah, I'm like, come on, really? So somebody finally did it. So it's like sort of kind of bittersweet, but I'm getting my money back for the TV. So I'm happy.
There you go.
Merry Christmas, Billy. I could use it.
And actually what I did was I took advantage of Cyber Monday, Black Friday deals. Mm-hmm. And I have this big old monitor right in front of me right now. Mm-hmm. And it's a 28 inch. And I got it for like $119 from Sam's Club.
There you go.
It's not an actual computer. It's a smart TV.
It's a smart TV.
So
it's
nice. From the display port of the computer, the tower itself, and go to HDMI, and here it is.
How smart is it, Biggs?
It's so smart, Mr. Wise. It might replace
Bill has been here and seen the setup. Then it's really nice. I mean,
it's getting. I
got the GoPro right here, so it's
everything's shaping up slowly but surely. He has keyboard, he got his camera, he got everything set. I'm still waiting. I got good news though that my laptop that I built that was like a year in the making, literally, is on its way. So I'm like, Hercules, woohoo! It's on the way. It finally shipped out yesterday. Well, allegedly. It says it's shipped out, but it's
so which day am I going to get this computer? Because all your stuff seems to come to my house.
That's what happens when you have a house and then you travel a lot.
Yeah, well, there you go.
It happens, Papa.
So I'll let you know how good this laptop is.
Let me know how good my laptop is. You know what I mean? So
I think from now on too, because both you and I have the same internet service, and I finally decided I'm gonna direct connect because the Wi-Fi on this thing was really bad, and if I want to go Wi-Fi, I probably have to get another Wi-Fi card. Because Greg, they sent me a little toggle as a Wi-Fi card to plug into USB.
Yeah.
And I got the highest speed that Xfinity offers. Okay. And I was only getting 34 download.
It's crazy. And mine, he has top of the line, like over 1,000. What is that thing?
1 terabyte.
1 terabyte. And it was like nothing. It was like super dragging, couldn't do anything. I don't think you need that headset anymore, but that's just for future use. I know you have it on, but you really don't need it.
He looks professional.
He almost looks
more than you do.
Well, that's potatoes. You know what I mean?
But I think what you're going to need to do, Bill, is with that new laptop, you're going to have that direct connect, because there's times that your internet skips, and then we hear you on the radio side, but they watch you on the TV side. It's delayed. So it's like,
I'll plug in
like a Japanese TV show.
It looks like a bad lip sync singer.
Yeah, exactly.
You say I look like a bad lip singer. I like to refer.
I don't know. You're going to have to replay that to determine what I really said.
Well, you know better than the two of us, Mr. Wise, that back in your days when you used to get those double feature movies, for 10 cents, you used to get a double feature, and you always got that karate movie. So the lips, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how it looked. It's okay. That's intentional.
Back in my day, we only had 3 channels.
Well, also back in that day is they had reel to reel that they had to edit. So they had to line up one video, and then you had the audio track you had to try and line up on a reel to reel.
Yep. And that's what we try and do right now. We're going reel to reel.
I remember back in the day, you used to have like cuts on your fingers because you had to use a razor blade to edit that stuff. Yeah. So
he just dated himself, Papa. You think he's older than you?
I don't know. I doubt it.
Hey, Golf the Wise Way has been on the road. Oh man. Boy, has he been on the road. Not only have we unintentionally not been on the air, and we've been playing 2 weeks of replay, but during those 2 weeks, Golf the Wise Way, our on-field reporter, has been on travels.
He wasn't even on the field. He was on the water.
I was on water. I was okay. Don't go there.
This here is the invoice of all the payments I got to pay for the travel for Golf the Wise Way.
Whoa, he's moving on up. Can I file one of those?
I'm just kidding.
Mr. Wiseway was like,
wait,
how did he get an invoice?
When's that check coming?
The check's in the mail.
But you have been on the road, Mr. Wise.
Actually,
the wisest woman in golf.
3 weeks ago, actually, I was not with the wisest woman in golf because it was a little bit cost prohibitive, but I was in Anguilla, and we're going to get to talk to Scott tomorrow or on the next segment about Anguilla and Angora. He'll slap me for saying that. Aurora. And there's some video stuff, there's some photo stuff, but they basically spent the last 2 years rebuilding a resort in Anguilla, and Anguilla is 15,000 people. And this course is absolutely gorgeous. It's a Greg Norman course. Oh yeah, you're going to show some pictures of it. Cool.
Yeah, he did.
Just teasing people.
Just teasing.
We sat and talked to the developer, and it's to the point where this gentleman is so cool that if you make a suggestion and he thinks it fits in the resort, he'll build it. They have a whole child playground area. They have water parks coming. They have an amphitheater coming. Now, this is an island in the Caribbean that you basically have to fly into. Cruise ships don't even stop there. They stop at the neighboring island, which is St. Martin. But to get to Anguilla, you've got to either take a boat or fly in. High-speed boat is how I got there from St. Martin.
Is it one of those seaplanes where they have to land on the ocean?
No, they have an international airport there.
Oh wow, okay.
He went to St. Martin and then you took a boat.
Yep. You know that airport that you see people standing at the end of the runway getting blown into the ocean?
Yeah.
That's St. Martin. That's the one I came into. So that's
the one I want to go to.
That maybe.
Papa, let me explain
not.
something to you, Mr. Wise. I went to Bandon Dunes, right? So the first airplane I got on, I land in Phoenix. The second plane we get on, we're getting ready to take off, go to the runway. The pilot has a heart attack. So if that's not warning you that you don't want to go to Bandon Dunes, I don't know what it is. So they put us up in a hotel. They send us back. They fly me to California in the morning, fly me on a different airline to go to Bandon Dunes. We're getting ready to land on Bandon Dunes. And I see the water coming closer and closer and closer. And the airplane is moving further and further into the water. And you know what happened? Abort landing. So, yeah, I know what it is. It's scary.
At that point, I would have been having the heart attack.
I swore I'd never fly into that airport again.
So last week we had a Southwest Airlines come into Albuquerque, and it was really windy that day. And the turbulence was so bad as they were coming in. Go ahead, ask that question. How bad was it?
How bad was it?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that question, Bill.
Of course.
It was so bad that people that did not have their seatbelts on that they should have was hitting their heads at the top of the airplane, and cell phones were going in the air.
Oh, nice. The only problem with that story is that Albuquerque's dry land. If you miss a runway in the islands, it's called water, and you're basically like any other golfer that tops it off of a tee box where you're covering water. You yell skip.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Now, how long, when you land, how long was the boat ride?
45 minutes
on a speedboat.
And on a speedboat. I mean,
wow.
I could share.
How was the ride though from the speedboat?
Oh, well, when you're doing 45 miles an hour, it's pretty smooth.
Nice.
But the weirdest part was we were going with the swale because there's a current that runs between the islands. We were basically going below the surface and then up and over the wave and then back down. But it was fun. It was an experience.
Did you get seasick?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm probably gonna get seasick
but
about it.
The great optimal is that
was it faster than the boat that takes you out to Mackinac Island?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By far.
Wow, that's cool.
I'll put you up a couple photos of it.
Yeah.
And they kind of cruised out to a certain part, and once they cleared that area that they could only go so fast, was like come right up on plane and we were flying.
Nice.
It was quite an experience.
Was it enclosed then?
You were sitting in like a little cuddy cabin.
Okay.
Okay. How many people fit in this speedboat?
12.
12 people at a time. So they had
12 actually arrived. We didn't lose any.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Who blames them? Would you want to miss that trip?
But Anguilla actually has their own airport. It's about 25 minutes from the community, from the resort. And they've actually, because of the situation with services coming in there, the owner actually has 4 charter planes that he's going to bring to the island. Nice. So you can come from Westchester, New York at the end of December. And it basically combines the flight from Westchester and your week stay.
So Westchester County Airport?
In New York, yeah.
Yeah, I know where it's at. That's why I said Westchester County Airport.
Hey,
and
we have
pretty soon thereafter, they're going to come from Fort Lauderdale as well. So you can come to Florida, get on their charter, and it's like a 68 passenger plane that he's cut back to, I think he said 48 passengers just to give everybody more comfort, and fly from Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, we're gonna get into the next segment and talk about Anguilla in detail and show some pictures and a video and all that stuff, and have our guest on in the next segment. But really quick, we have a couple more minutes, and it'd be reminiscent of me not to mention the match. It's happening tonight on TV, and I think it's Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas, and who's that fourth?
Not Phil.
It ain't Phil.
He won't be doing any more of those.
But it's a foursome, and it seems like every year the match. Now, we have said it all along. You want to make it a match, have a pro with an amateur, not a celebrity, but give a chance for somebody to win the opportunity to play in this whole thing and really get the TV ratings going. But any thoughts on the match tonight?
Go ahead, Mr. Wise.
There should be a lot of trash talking.
Let's see. Depends on what I have going on tonight. Is that on the Golf Channel, by the way?
It is not. It's actually on Network TV. It's
CBS
on
Sports.
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Well, I might look it up and see, and you never know. I might watch it. And
it's Tiger Woods alongside his business partner, Rory McIlroy, squaring off against the All-American duo of Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas.
Yes.
Well,
and it's going to be at night, so it's night golf.
Yeah. So
under the lights.
I'd rather see that other format. Get a pro and an average Joe. Let's see what happens then. You know what I mean? I think it's a great idea if you do something like that. So, but what do we know? We don't know.
I guess when you're playing with millions of dollars, it's
that's the thing.
$1 million of whose money, though?
Right. Yeah.
It's not like they're putting up the money.
Well, they do have side bets along, so they have their own money going up.
That's who they need. They need Sir Charles.
Yes.
Well, they could bet on me.
I bet $1 million that Mr. Wise will not be there. All or nothing, Papa. I'll be in there.
I bet $1 million. We're about to go into a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about that Anguilla Resort here on BGT 2.0 and have our guest on from Anguilla. And this should be a great interview. I'm looking forward to it. We have some pictures and a video to show and all everything else. So don't go anywhere, because Greg the Golf the Wise Way, the wisest man in golf, Bill the Golf Father Cuevas, Big John Quick. We'll all be right back right after this.